It's a call and answer, hit the road and give her through the curves and mounds, faster than the speed of so my blood is rushing, head to toe it's racing. I'm out of control, but that's how I roll. I can smell it in the breeze as I'm swimming through the seven seas. A tease keeps on making me weak in the knees. So please help me put my mind at ease, revel my soul. You got all control.
Hey, it's Terry with BuzzMoncton. Thanks a lot for dropping by. We're chatting with Shaun LeBlanc here today, and boy, Shaun has racked up quite the following over the past couple of years, having won in 2013, was it, the Galaxy Rising Star Award?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was something like that at the Harvest Festival there in Fredericton, and it seemed to be a launching pad. Of course, the album came out, and then Shaun has been playing just about everywhere in the Maritimes since. And so welcome, Shaun. Thanks a lot for taking the time.
Glad to be
thanks
here.
for being here. All right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Here we are in a cold month of January.
Yeah, it's nice in here though.
Yeah, so what's going on with Shaun LeBlanc these days? What's new?
Shaun LeBlanc. Can I call myself that as I talk? Yeah.
Hey, Garth
Okay.
Brooks always refers to himself in the third person. Why can't you?
Because I'm Shaun LeBlanc. That's why I can't. Yeah, so I've been basically over the last few months concentrating on writing. I've been doing a lot of writing. I took a little break as far as performing goes. I've done a few things here and there, but it was mainly to take a break to kind of relax the brain a little bit and try to focus on new music, because I do want to release something to kind of follow up Kaleidoscope. And there's also some songwriting on the French side too that's kind of happening. So mainly it's been writing. You know, that's what I've been doing, and then also slowly but surely booking shows for the popular spring and summer season. So
Yeah, of course. And the accolades for Kaleidoscope have been pretty generous. You must be pleased at the overall acceptance of that album.
for sure. I mean, it was my first album, and not really knowing. I mean, I knew that. I mean, I love the album. My mom likes the album, you know. But to actually hear the public, you know, recognize it and voting for it, and in awards and stuff like that. So it's been really great to kind of see that people actually appreciated the work that went into it, for sure. Yeah.
So while we're kind of touching on that album, where's a good place for someone who might not be familiar with it? Where can they go, like listen to it or watch videos or whatever?
Well, I mean, YouTube is a good spot. I mean, most of the songs are on there. My website too, ShaunLeBlanc.net. And but iTunes, I mean, all the songs are on iTunes, so it's an easy way to grab the music, for sure.
Fantastic, yeah. So you talked about the songwriting that you're doing. What's motivating you these days? What do you, what inspires you?
The funny thing with Kaleidoscope is that if you look at the songs on the album, they range from songs that I would have written maybe 6-7 years ago up until maybe as I was producing the album. The songs that I'm writing now are really in the moment. They're kind of where I am in life right now. There's lots of stuff has happened in my life over the last 4 or 5 years, so it's kind of like writing about that. Being in this, I guess being in the spotlight does have its. I'm very self-conscious sometimes, so there's a lot of stuff about that, kind of getting over myself, I guess, as far as just letting go and just being myself and not having to worry too much about what people think, because that kind of was a big stressor for me to kind of release this really all this personal material and hoping that people won't laugh at me or judge me. I know it's pretty crazy to say that, but I mean it's true. I mean, you go through those moments as when you're an artist and trying to share your feelings and thoughts and that kind of stuff.
Well, it sounds like you're handling it pretty well these days.
I'm a good actor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You're a good actor?
Yeah.
Okay. So a question I like to ask actually is what artists do. I mean, we know we see you on a stage, we listen to your music. You had a couple of big hits on the radio, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Paradise and Move Together,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
But as far as when you're home on the weekend, you get a Sunday going on, what does Shaun LeBlanc like to do when he has time to do something for himself?
To do nothing?
Yeah.
Well, binge watching TV series on Netflix, maybe.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite series?
Actually, well, now that Breaking Bad is over, I guess I think that I've been watching a lot of like older shows, like The Killing and just a bunch of other crime kind of related
crime
shows.
Dramas.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I mean that's just a small part of what I do on Sundays. No, actually, I still just enjoy sitting down at the piano and just playing for no reason. I mean, with no purpose. I mean, I find that for me, if I'm sitting down and I'm writing songs, I need to really like make time and know that that's what I'm doing, because I need to. I guess I have a bit of ADD, so I need to really focus and have no disruptions. I don't like that. I like to be alone in the house too. Like my wife, I kick her out of the house, and the dog. I'm just kidding, but I like to be alone and just really concentrate on that. So, but when it's just a regular day, I just like sitting down and playing and just making up stuff and just I mean it's like therapy for me. Especially after a long week, it's nice to just sit down and play and. Yeah.
Do you ever have an experience like some songwriters, they talk about, I'm in the most unusual place and I'm doing something totally different, and all of a sudden I get this idea for music, and then I have to either do something about it or try to remember later. Do you ever get those moments?
All the time, yeah. I think that most ideas come from those moments where you're just kind of doing something, you're outdoors, you're shoveling your driveway or something, and then all of a sudden an idea comes in your head because you're thinking a lot as you're doing these things that are fairly monotone. So iPhones are awesome for that because you can kind of just like record a little bit, or you can, write a few notes, in your notepad or whatever, and so that, it happens to me all the time, and actually a lot of the ideas that I have for songs come out of just a walk from from home to work or shoveling driveways or whatever.
Okay, excellent.
I shovel my driveway a lot, apparently.
Hopefully only when there's snow in it, though, right? Because your neighbors will start to wonder. We're going to hire that guy to do our yard next year.
Yeah, you know what, though? If that's how I create songs, I have to shovel, all year round. I'm outside with my shovel.
That's right. Hey, you know what? If you ever write that huge #1 smash global hit, and that's where it comes from, you'll be doing that.
Yeah.
Middle of July, up with shovel.
There you go.
Yeah. So I want to go back to that, the songwriting you're doing for your next project.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we talk a little bit about that? Is there anything like a concrete in the works? What can we look forward to there for a follow-up to Kaleidoscope, right?
Yeah, so I guess for me the next decision is where am I going with these songs and the sound, right? I mean, there needs to be some evolution, and I think Kaleidoscope set things right because it's quite all over the place as far as styles go. I mean, there is a concrete Shaun style in all the songs, but the production and everything that came with it gave some variety. So I just kind of need to focus on where I want to go, and it seems to be a bit more alternative this time around. Like the songs that I'm writing are still pop songs, but they have a bit of an alternative edge to them. Okay. And also, I think I'm trying to. I've always been really self-conscious about my voice for some reason, and it's something that with the studio experience and also with a lot of the live performances, I'm becoming more and more comfortable with what I have as an instrument. And I think that I'm trying to focus or keep in mind of what I can do with my voice to make it sound even more like me or even more different, I guess. So, especially the falsetto stuff, which is something that not everyone can do. And it's something that I've always been kind of shy about because who likes to sound like a girl, right? I'm just kidding. So, but incorporating that a lot more into the songs, the melodies, and that kind of stuff to showcase a different side and something different, basically. So yeah, so a bit more alternative, but still pop, I think. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, hopefully it won't be too long because you're well planted. You have a great, solid fan base that just keeps on growing, and I think that there's starting to be a hunger there. It's like, okay, what's this guy going to do next, right? So, Shaun, thanks a lot for taking the time.
Thank you very much.
It was
Appreciate
great
it.
chatting with you, and we're so looking forward to the new music as well. All right.
Thanks.
For Shaun LeBlanc, I'm Terry. Thanks for checking in. You're watching BuzzMoncton's.
I am with